What is up, folks? Texas Thunder signing in. Welcome to a new video. Thank you so much for clicking on this, taking the time to check it out. It's very, very much appreciated. Today I have a new speed build for you. It is our winter wonderland because it's the season, so why the hell not? I will be talking you through what I'm doing at times. I won't be talking the whole time, but I will tell you what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. And I have also everything in the description about the animals that I'm using that are in there for if you miss it and want to check it out. First of all, we have to start our building our base of operations, because without this there will be no dinosaurs. Sadly, we still need the scientists to get things done. And I like to hide it away behind the arrival area so the people don't see it. I wish you could close off the path though with a gate or something so that they cannot walk there either. I don't really know if they do that though, but alright, I hide it away with on some trees and then we're gonna start. I'm gonna start with an innovation center and a gate area, and I'm gonna be fixing up the arrival point. This build I'm gonna be using circles, lots and lots of circles. I like circles. I like shapes and symmetry as a whole, so that will be something that be in my speed builds or sandbox builds throughout the whole series. And I really like this gate. You can just grab it from the Jurassic Park tour and use it. You don't need to connect it, and it looks awesome in dark. I do recommend though, if you're building a park, put your time on daylight only. That makes things a little bit easier. I will do that along the way. I forgot to do that in the beginning, but I will be doing that at some point within the first 10-15 minutes or so. It makes it just better to see, and it's probably better for the video as well. So I keep forgetting to do it from the start, but I will do it. I'll try to do it from now on every time I just start it up and check the settings at all. So as you can see, the Innovation Center, always a beautiful, welcoming start of a park. And I'm just gonna fix up this really awesome gate area. I just like to use it as a decor piece. Decoration piece. I said that wrong. Oh well. There's still not a lot of decoration stuff we can use, but it's better than nothing. I do really hope we get more though in the future. I wouldn't even mind if we get a pack we can buy for decoration. I would even pay money for it. But yeah, I'm trying to get everything as symmetrical as possible. Although it doesn't really work because I make plenty of mistakes and try to fix things, but it doesn't always work. But hey, we're doing the best we can. But I really like the look of the gate as a welcoming thing when people arrive in the park, and then boom, there is the magic, beautiful sight that everybody knows. And then I'll be starting the first enclosures coming on the left after we've done this and the arrival point. But then at least you know already. And like I said, in the description there will be a list of all the animals I use in this park. It's not a full park, it's just a half-siege, but I'm still really happy with the end result. But like I said, in the description all the animals will be there, the ones I use. I like the classic animals, like the T-Rex and the Raptors, the Brachiosaurus. But I do mix it up with some other ones. It's not all classics. And there's so many dinosaurs and animals to choose from, so gonna mix it up. And here I'm just trying to make the arrival point look a little bit more attractive instead of just one boring path. And you can do it in many different ways, of course. Although, like I said, the decoration pieces are limited, but with some imagination it will do. And most things I did came to me while I was making this. The only thing I always work out before I start is what is my theme gonna be for the park or the speed build, and how am I gonna start? Because starting is for me the hardest. I have always so much trouble getting it go. But the gate and the circles and innovation center, I had it drawn down on paper. I knew I wanted that at the beginning, and after that everything just fell into place. I saw that corner on the bottom left above the tree line, and I was like, yeah, that is a beautiful spot for a first enclosure. So everything besides the circles, the gate and the innovation center, everything else just came to me while I was building. Here we are starting the first enclosure that will have herbivores. It's always a good way to start. There will be the Crichtonsaurus, Muttaburrasaurus, Wuerhosaurus and the Nigersaurus. They will all be in there. Definitely comfort of the dinosaurs is off, and cohab stuff, everything is off. Don't starve, don't dehydrate, don't fight, no breakouts, no disease. Sandbox mode, I turn everything off. And if you turn off the comfort, you can just combine all the dinosaurs you want. Otherwise, I would, if I had left that on, I would have had a big problem in this park. But yeah, I'm working here with some height, with terrain. I've never really done that in the first game. I always just kept it flat and just built the parks. But I really want to try different stuff this time around and make it look pretty. As you can see, I left the weather on because it's snow. I just kept the weather on calm. I think it's a nice effect, and yeah, it makes it's fitting for a winter wonderland, because how would you have snow otherwise? Here's some more rocks, more dirt, snow, water. I always like the water close to the viewing galleries, because then you are sure that the people will see your animals along the way. Just making it ready, putting all the food in, and then getting the animals in. At the end, I will have a close-up view of the animals, but that's all the way at the end. You can go there through the timestamp if you don't want to wait for it. It's there. Otherwise, we will be there eventually. Just adding a medic and a paleomedical and response facility, just in case. The paleomedical is not necessary because I turned diseases off and fighting, but with the glitches and bugs that are still in the game, you never know. And it's a good thing I placed the response facility, because somehow dinosaurs were escaping from one of the enclosures, even though there were no broken fences whatsoever. So the glitch that they just faced through their gates and the fences is still in, which is annoying, but hey, at least it doesn't happen a lot anymore. There I just dropped the first hotel and some amenities, trying to make this pretty. At the end though, I will switch around all my hotels, because the pathway should be facing away from the enclosure, because otherwise your viewing area is not correct. So I did that wrong, but I will do that in the end. That is for later on. Nice amenity in the... I'm just doing the amenities for show and stuff to make it more complete. I do not adjust them at all, because Sandbox is, for me, is not about making money and earning stars. It's just about building an awesome park. So I never focus on amenities and that stuff. Here I'm preparing some new enclosure areas and visiting areas. This will be an enclosure with the Baryonyx and the Suchomimus, who, by the way, live very good together in the game itself. They do not fight. So here I started to put down the fence, and then I got distracted by the nice piece of land there and wanted to make a nice little seating area with some elevation, break up the terrain a bit. I will go back and finish off the fence, don't worry. Otherwise I will have a problem when I put dinosaurs in it. But doing the seating area first. It's nice. I never have really done stuff like this, but we have the parasols and stuff like that, so why not? I will be changing it because I'm not happy with how it looks, as you can see. So it's I'm just gonna make it better. I'll make it look better, and people have a nice place to sit and chill out. On the left you see the path is not really nice, so I decided to put planters over it so you don't see it. It's a nice way to break up the path as well in the side, make it look more pretty. Lights always good, although I wish the lights would show actually more lighting. You don't really see it when it's dark, not as much as I would like to, but it still looks pretty. And of course people need a place to sit, otherwise why would you call it a seating area? I haven't actually seen people sitting at the tables. But as you can see, we're continuing with the Baryonyx and Suchomimus enclosure. Another viewing gallery at the other side. Doesn't always work as smooth as you would want, making a fence in a circle. But it works, we'll get there eventually. And then of course, lots of water. So for the piscivore feeders. Yeah, that was too small. I would want a hotel in there and a little nice area for the guests. And then between that, in the middle there, it's gonna be a next enclosure. I like to mix it up with the viewing galleries and the platforms. They also attract different types of guests. Not that that really matters in sandbox mode for me, but I like just switching it up. Here I'm checking out what the view is from the platform, and yeah, the hotel is in the way. So I just make it fit so that people can actually see the dinosaurs and not just looking at a concrete building. I'm finishing up the enclosure finally. I keep getting distracted with other things I want to do. But we will finish it up and then get the animals in. Even though the comfort is off, I do like to just give them what they want and what they like. I mean, it's nice to be nice to the animals. And it looks pretty. So, here in a hotel with a viewing platform and an amenity, I think, what was it? A shopping? I'm trying to make it look pretty. Now, this is a perfect example of, if we had individual trees, I could have made this so much more prettier. But we don't. And there's just so much, the foliage option only gave me 1 or 2 little trees in the grass, but I would have liked to have a whole bunch of colorful trees there, or at least full of trees so we could do it, but I miss it. Please, Frontier, give us back the individual trees. It was in the first game, they took it out for the second, and I don't know why. I really miss the trees, but because it can make your park so much better. Yes, and there it is, the like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon. If you like this video, please throw that thumbs up. If you want to see more, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell so you don't miss any future content, as in videos or streams. I do it both. And yeah, it would be awesome if you join. Here's some more planters. Light that could not fit another plant thingy in it. I don't know what it's called. And here is the third enclosure. another bunch of herbivores. There are gonna be the Homalocepale, Ouranosaurus, Minmi, and Amargasaurus are gonna be in here. And this is the enclosure where some dinosaurs kept escaping, even though the fence is complete, not broken at all at any point in the game. But still, they got out somehow. That bug slash glitch has been in from the start. It's not fixed yet. Frontier fixed a lot already, luckily, because it was needed, but it's still not totally right. But doesn't make the game less fun. Although sometimes when you play challenge mode, it does make it less fun, but that doesn't matter for Sandbox. Alright. There I just show the animals again, which dinosaurs I'm using. And I do that in normal speed, so it's easier to pause the game and check it out if you don't want to look in the description. And here, make it ready, drop in the food, make it pretty, use some elevation, and get them in. The airlifting out of the hatchery, it's such a beautiful feature, which means you only need one. And you don't need to sedate them first and then transport them in. You can just straight from the hatchery. Here I'm preparing the next 2 enclosures, which will be the last 2 enclosures for this video. I'm not, like I said, it's not going to be a full park, but a good size though. Yeah, and at first I wanted to see if placing the viewing galleries, but I was like, no, I'm gonna fix up some other stuff first. I'm gonna play around with the path and a tour. Right here on the right, top right, it's gonna be a carnivore enclosure with the T-Rex and raptors, the classics. They have to be. I mean, for me, I'm a big fan of the T-Rex, and for me, a park without a T-Rex is not a park. So that's one dinosaur that I will always have in my parks. Trying to make it look pretty, using the gates again to give it that classic look. That you know you're gonna see something good in classic. Of course, hotels. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna flip all the hotels about 180 degrees. Because I just screwed it up, because now the view is looking at each other and not the enclosures. So the pathway should leave away from the enclosures, then you have the right view. So I will be turning those around. I don't think it's in the video, but it will be in the overview at the end where you can see it. Here I'm just playing around with a path design thingy. I'm very bad at path designs, but it just happened when I was connecting the path at the hotels, and I was like, hey, I can use that and then make it look a little bit prettier. But at least then it doesn't all look the same. I do prefer this the white path, the gray one, and not the luxury one. But I decided to use the luxury one for the facilities, for the amenities, the hotels, viewing galleries and stuff like that. But I prefer the look of the gray one. Fixing up some stuff. Then make it look a bit prettier with some banners, and I will be putting some lights in as well. Only they gave more light, but hey, at least we got it. And of course there are a million ways to go do this to make this look pretty. But I decided to do it like this. Getting the dinosaurs ready while I prepare the enclosures. There's gonna be a tour. I'm gonna put the later on at the end. The tour is gonna be a bit farther to the back because I want to put some amenities in there as well on the left. And when I flip the hotels, I need some room for the path, so I need to all push it back a little bit, but that's at the end. So it won't stay like this, but for now it's good. And here I wanted another gate for the entrance of the T-Rex and the Raptor paddock. And of course, if comfort was on, those cannot go together. There will be lots and lots of fighting. Here you see the escaped dinosaur. It happened a couple of times, but I thought I'll leave one in. And the gate was not open, or the fences were not broken or anything, but still a couple of them got out. Here I'm putting some photo booths moments at the side of the tour. And here I'm gonna be fiddling around a bit with the tour and the fence, because of course we need room to cross it. And it didn't really go the way I wanted, so I had to delete the tour a bit so I could make it work. Takes a little bit of figuring out, but there we go. We got it done in the end. And then connect everything, and then they can go. Right, getting the herbivores ready for the last enclosure, the one on the left. But first we're gonna fix up this one so that it's ready for the dinosaurs. This game, when I make a T-Rex paddock, I always have to have an elevated spot, because the queen needs a hill to stand up, stand on, and roar. I think that's just perfect for her. Of course, some water and some rocks, some trees. And this is gonna be the sauropod enclosure. Normally they cannot go together either, and they need a hell of a lot of space. So if comfort was on, this would be way too small. But in this enclosure, I'm gonna be having the Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, and Dreadnoughtus. Some amazing animals. Of course, they need their food and the water. I'm breaking up a pad to put in some amenities, and then, but I have to shift it all around to make it fit. And I'm not using all large. I mean, for me, it's not about amenities and the guest comfort in Sandbox. I just want to make an awesome park. Filling up the gaps with some trees. Here's some more amenities by the carnivore enclosure. I'm trying to make a seating area, but it doesn't go as planned. It ends up being very ugly and weird looking. So I leave it in at first, but near the end I'm like, no, I'm really not happy with it. I need to fix it. And I take this all away again and redo it and just skip the seating area. It did not go as how I wanted it. So I was like, forget it. I'm not doing it. I will have to I will be experimenting and trying to figure out how I can make it look better and prettier and have some really awesome seating places, guest areas. Because it is a nice thing to have in your park, of course. It looks pretty, but this doesn't look pretty yet. Putting it all in, only to take it out later. But I decided to leave it in the video to see. It is all a experience, learning process, also for me while I'm doing it. And it's never a bad thing to, if you're not happy with something, just take it out and redo it, or do totally something different. Just play around with it until you're satisfied with it. But it's so ugly. Look. I'm not happy with it. But I will fix that later. Getting the last animals in. And there it is. The last ones are going. The sauropods. Let's go. And here I am fixing it. I was looking over and I saw it was a thorn in my eye. I had to change it and make it at least look prettier. I skipped the seating area, but put in 2 more viewing platforms to give more people the chance to watch these awesome animals. Restroom, a bunker. And there we go. That is it. Fill it up with some more trees. And here we are with some nice shots of the dinosaurs in normal speed. No fast forwarding. So we can have a decent look at these beautiful creatures. I couldn't find all my raptors. I had 5 or something in it, but it was just hard to find. Barry and the Suchomimus. And then one more shot of the other herbivore enclosure. So that is it. One last look at the whole park. One overview of it all. And then this will be the end. This will be the end of the speed build. As you can see here, I flipped the hotel and had to change some stuff around the amenity and the restroom. But at least now the view from the hotel is in the enclosure, which is the point, which makes it so much better. Looks so pretty. And here I did the same. As you can see, the hotels are switched. The tour is pulled back a bit, so there's room for the path. And now the view is perfect. An awesome Jurassic Park tour gate. So awesome. One last look. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Drop the like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future endeavors with the videos and or streaming. Thank you all very much for taking the time to check this out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired you a bit. I had a lot of fun of making this, and editing was also fun. It was a lot of work, but it all worked out. And I hope to see you in the next one, even if it's a video or a stream. I hope to see you there. Until then, game on, take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Dexor's Thunder, signing out.